Hello, I'm back again. Yes, I'm back. Hello. I finally got a haircut. Yeah, it's not bad. I've got a haircut. It's been 5, 6 months, but I've got a haircut. So I'm back. Yes, finally got a haircut, and I did my laundry as well. There was some laundrettes open, so I don't need to get a washing machine. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a video on Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I thought I'll do a video on him as well. I'm thinking about whether I should do a video on Richard Spencer, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's worth doing on Richard Spencer, but I like Richard. He's a clever guy, but he's just wasting his time. But yeah, I'm gonna do one on Charlie Kirk. I mean, just Charlie Kirk. He's just a classic Republican kind of guy. He's just a classic Republican. The Republican Party is not a right-wing party. Again, it's a bit like the Conservative Party in England. It's a fake right-wing party. Except the Republican Party in America is a Christian Zionist party. That's what it is. It's not a true right-wing party. It's a fake right-wing party. It's a Christian Zionist party. That is what the Republican Party is. And that's what Charlie Kirk is. He's someone who's a Christian who worships Israel. He doesn't really believe in fundamental right-wing principles. Yeah, he's against illegal immigration, but that's not good enough because legal immigration is even worse than illegal immigration. Legal immigration is destroying America more than illegal immigration is. That's what Charlie Kirk doesn't understand. Charlie Kirk believes in all this kind of stuff. He worships Israel. He believes in tax breaks for billionaires, which is just evil. I mean, that's just completely evil, tax breaks for billionaires. Tax breaks should only be for the middle class and the working class. You can't cut taxes on billionaires. I mean, these people really have money. You don't need to help them even more. I mean, this is what Charlie Kirk believes in. He believes in this stuff. He doesn't believe in responsible capitalism. He believes in free market capitalism where you just let the banks do whatever they want. And that's not going to be good. It's not going to help society. It's not going to help America. It's going to destroy America even more. And then the American healthcare system itself. Charlie Kirk doesn't seem to understand that the American healthcare system is a joke. It's completely useless. But obviously he doesn't understand because he doesn't live in the West. So he doesn't live in Europe. He lives in America. He doesn't understand in Europe everything is much better from that perspective. We have a much better education system. We have a much better healthcare system. The NHS in England is much better than the American healthcare system. This is what Charlie Kirk doesn't seem to understand. In England, you don't need to pay to see a doctor. It's free. In America, you have to pay to see a doctor. That's how bad it is. And in the healthcare insurance in America is all dependent on whether you have a job. So if you lose your job, then you lose your health insurance and you won't be able to see a doctor. That's how it is in America. It's not like that in England. In England, you can see a doctor whether you have a job or not. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. That's how bad the American healthcare system is. And Charlie Kirk's not talking about this stuff. Instead, he's just talking about, well, the Democratic Party, they're all evil and they want to turn America into Venezuela. Well, the Republican Party is not much better either. The Republican Party has made so many mistakes. They haven't helped the middle class. They haven't helped poor people. All they really care about is the rich and their donors. And most of their donors, as the same as the Democratic Party, most of their donors are Jewish. So of course they're just literally slaves of what they do of the Jewish donors. They're just slaves to their Jewish donors. Their Jewish donors want wars for Israel. They want tax breaks for billionaires. This is what they want. But this is not going to help America. This is not what the average white man is voting for the Republican Party wants. And most people who vote for the Republican Party are white men. Do you really think this is what white men want? That they want tax breaks for billionaires and wars for Israel? Is that really what they want? And this is what Charlie Kirk doesn't understand. This is not what they want. And it's other stupidity that somehow we can make black people vote Republican and the majority of black people are going to vote Republican. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And that's the same stupidity with Candace Owens. She believes that somehow by doing some kind of magic, the majority of black people are going to start voting for the Republican Party, which they're not. Most black people will always vote Democrat. That's how it is. You're not going to be able to change their mind. It'll be difficult even just to get 10% of the black vote, let alone the majority. Black people don't believe in any of these things. Black people are not right-wing. Most people of colour are not right-wing, except for me, of course. Most people of colour believe in this nonsense of open borders, big government, high taxes, socialism, Marxism. They believe in all of this. They don't believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in freedom of speech. This is what Charlie Kirk doesn't understand because he's a moron. People of colour don't believe in these things. Only a small percentage of people of colour believe in this. Like me, I'm just one guy. I'm just an individual. Most people of color don't care about this stuff. They don't care about freedom of speech, the Constitution, free market capitalism. They don't care about any of these things. And that's what these idiots like Charlie Kirk, the Republican Party, Turning Point USA, and these Jewish donors don't understand. This is the mess that we're in. America is dying. The country is complete. Well, America's not just dying. America's finished. The country is dead because of both parties. It's not just the Democratic Party's fault. The Republican Party has also destroyed America. Both parties are bad. America's in limbo. And there's no third option. There's no third right-wing party that's going to magically get into power and save America from the mess that it's in. Because America's gone, whether the Republicans are in charge or whether the Democrats are in charge. And like I said, there's a good chance that Joe Biden's going to be president. America's completely finished, okay? It's going to turn into a third world nation. It's going to turn into Mexico Part 2, the sequel. It's going to turn into Africa. It's going to be even more crime. It's going to carry on with this madness, big government, high taxes, open borders, just more stupid wars for Israel. The Jews will obviously control everything because they're always in the background. They basically control almost everything anyway. And they're also the biggest donors for the Democratic Party as well. This nonsense and madness is going to continue. And this is what Charlie Kirk doesn't understand. He's wasting his time trying to educate these people. And he's not really clever himself because Christian Zionism is not the answer. That's what Charlie Kirk doesn't understand. The answer is nationalism. The answer is responsible capitalism. The answer is low taxes for the middle class and the working class, not for billionaires. No more stupid wars for Israel. America shouldn't even be supporting Israel. They shouldn't be giving a single penny to Israel. I mean, Charlie Kirk, he's just completely clueless. Free market capitalism is not the answer. The answer is responsible capitalism and nationalism. That's the answer, and the family. That is the answer to America's problems. But Charlie Kirk doesn't understand that. All he thinks is, he thinks Christian Zionism is the answer. Christian Zionism is destroying America. I've probably spoken a bit too long here, to be honest, but I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.